My daughter, she's losing her children.
She wished my boyfriend would die on his motorcycle.
What about that?
She barely knows him. He is a horrible influence on her and on my grandchildren.
He'll tell me, oh, can you help me get another job? Can you help me do this? I've gotten this dude 4 jobs, and he still hasn't paid off his debt.
She's a woman scorned, Your Honor, because she offered her hand in marriage and I declined. That's what this is about, Your Honor.
Plaintiff Suzan Parks claims her daughter refused to pay back a cash loan or return an iPhone the plaintiff is paying for. She's suing for $1,486. Defendant Amber Stevens claims she doesn't owe her mother anything.
To give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's case number 94 on the docket, Parks versus Stevens.
Thank you, and welcome to both of you. Let me see here. We have the plaintiff, Ms. Parks.
Yes.
Okay, and you're suing your daughter, Ms. Stevens, for $1,486 for a loan and the value of an iPhone. What is your story?
Your Honor, I don't want to be here today suing
Sure.
my daughter. I love my daughter.
Sure.
But my daughter is throwing her life away. She's making bad decision after bad decision. She's choosing horrible men over her children, over her family. I want more for her than this.
Describe it. What do you mean by that?
She's dating a man now with a rap sheet as long as my arm. I want more for my daughter than that. She's losing her children.
How many children do you have?
I have 3, Your Honor.
I was 17 years old when I had this child. She was the coolest kid. Like, she had so much potential. She was a cheerleader. She played softball. She got a scholarship. You know, she graduated high school, which was something I didn't even do.
Now, why are you suing her?
We've had a really rocky relationship, and we were trying to get back on track, and we decided we were going to take a trip to Las Vegas.
Whose idea was that?
Mine.
Okay.
I just wanted to get her to myself for a couple of days.
So what happened? You did what? You bought the tickets, you got the
Yeah.
reservations?
Yes, I paid
Okay.
for the
Yeah.
tickets, the hotel, everything.
All right.
6 hours before takeoff, she sends me a text message and says that she has gotten a new debit card and she can't get access to the money because the actual debit card is not in yet, and we're 6 hours from leaving. So I said, I can loan you some, but you have to give it back to me Monday when we get back.
Okay.
She says, no
and
problem.
you're here because I guess you didn't get it back.
Correct. She blocked me on her phone, on all social media, everything. She just told me she wasn't going to pay me. And
What about that?
Yes, it's my mother. I love my mother. She's my mom.
Of course.
She gave birth to me. When we were in Vegas, she just said very nasty things to me. You know, she wished my boyfriend would die on his motorcycle, cussed me out. Your Honor, I do have a video of what happened in that hotel room.
Show the video.
Who was a raging alcoholic who beat the out of you in front of your kids, who couldn't keep a job to save his life. Should I go on?
Sure, Mom.
Okay, well, don't threaten me with not paying me back my money.
Then quit talking to me like that.
Don't tell me how to talk to you.
Yes, I'm going to tell you how to
You're
talk
not
to
gonna
me.
withhold my money to make me talk a certain way.
Okay, well, you're not
gonna
going to
pay
talk to me
back
like
my money.
Okay.
I was upset because she FaceTimed him and my granddaughter was in bed with him.
He was watching her while we were in Vegas.
Got it.
I don't think he should be left alone with them. She barely knows him. He is a horrible influence on her and on my grandchildren. She's losing her children.
Your Honor, she's never met the man. Never.
I don't need to.
People make mistakes. They make mistakes, and he's doing everything he can to fix himself. He treats me and my kids great.
And who are you? I'm sorry.
I'm the boyfriend's mom.
Have you two ever met?
No, we have not, which is why I'm wondering why in the world she's here.
Let's not be upset that she's here because you never met her. You said some pretty mean things about her son, and you never met him.
But I would never not take the time to meet somebody.
I don't think you need to be telling anyone how to mother. At least none of my children have criminal records.
What we're dealing with here
Yes,
is
exactly.
whether or not she owes you the money back, not who's been a great mother, who's, you know, those are obviously major issues, and I would argue those are bigger issues
Right.
than the money that you're suing for. But you went ahead with a lawsuit anyway, so I have to deal with what's before me here.
When this trip, when she was trying to convince me to break up with him, if I would have, we wouldn't be here today. She would not be suing me if I would have just left him.
So you're saying that the reason the suit is going on because she's still angry at you. Okay. And I'm not saying that the advice a mother gives to a daughter, I'm not saying your advice is wrong. What I do know is that your mother will never be out of your life. But you're suing for $1,486, $811 for the loan. And the loan is what? The $600 you loaned? I only get the $600. Where'd the other $211 come from?
It's for the plane ticket home. She refused to ride the show.
All right. On your suing her because she didn't take the plane ticket home that you bought her.
Yes.
I can right away dispense with that. You bought the ticket.
Yes, sir.
She chooses not to go home with it. That's on you. You bought a ticket. You wanted your daughter. You paid for the hotel. That's what parents do. And you invited her. You wanted her to come. She shouldn't have to pay for any of that. The $600 loan, which was pretty clearly made as a loan, is something that you would own. I know you're angry at her, but that doesn't free you from an obligation of an otherwise legal loan. That leaves only the issue of this cell phone. You sued her for $675 for the iPhone. Explain that to me. First you and then you.
I had Amber on my phone plan.
It was a cheaper way to do it. Mom helping daughter out. Before you guys were fighting, Mom says, yeah, put it on my plan. It's something a parent would do. And are you making your payments?
Yeah, absolutely.
She did.
So you're not behind on payments. If she's not behind on payments, then you're saying she is. Well, let's see. January of this year, $78. February, $40. Another one for $138. March, $58. For a total of $314 you've made through March of 2019.
That's not current.
So what is...
I know.
Okay, so what do you owe for April?
The 78. So, and then I was going to pay April. It's due into April, and I was going to pay until all this stuff happened.
This fight you're having is irrelevant to this issue. So your phone is on her plan, and the agreement was that you would pay for it. So even if you're angry at her, express your anger differently, but you do have to pay what is owed on the phone.
It's $20 a month for the phone plan, and
Okay,
then
so
her payment on the phone is $37.84.
She's about $100 behind.
Correct, but she's gotten rid of the phone. She doesn't have the phone at all.
Do you have the phone?
I have the phone, Your Honor.
I have a text saying she does not have the phone.
There's a text in there that says I have the phone.
You physically have the
It's
phone?
at my house somewhere, yes.
You are about $100 behind.
Okay.
So, to bring everybody up to date on the issue of the phone, if she pays the $100, then the phone's square as an issue. I'm not saying you two still aren't angry at each other. I'm just trying to solve this suit. So, what I find is, on all the hotel stuff and the plane, that's on you. On the $600 loan, you have to pay that $600, and you have to pay the $100 to get yourself even on the phone. So that would be $700. One other thing I want to say, and that is language matters. When you use that language to your daughter, that cuts. And if you curse back at your mom, that's, I don't really respect you because I'm using the language I would use out on the street or with my friends at a bar. Language matters. So the first thing you might do, you're very concerned with who your daughter's with. He could be a doctor, and a mom would be concerned. Are you sure he's good? Is he treating you well? All this. That's normal. That's not crazy. That's normal. What is crazy is you wishing any other human being to get killed in a motorcycle accident, and you haven't even met him. Even if you met him, it would be horrible. So that's on you. If I were your best friend, I'd say, stop it. Don't talk to your daughter like that. If you're frustrated, hit a pillow. But if you guys would stop cursing at each other all the time, that's a good start. Because just the catching of your language is a way to say to yourself, whoa, this is a sign of respect. Nobody talks to my daughter like that. Can you imagine if a boyfriend in front of you talked to his girlfriend or the mother of a child like that? you would be incensed. Why? Because you don't talk to people you love like that. Language matters. I fine for the plaintiff in the sum of $700.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I love you, Amber.
I'm not about to get into this with you. I'm not. You said your piece, and that's that.
I love you.
Love you too, Mom.
My daughter really is a good person with a good heart. She just needs to grow up.
Rekindling that relationship with my mom would be really hard because right now she doesn't accept someone who makes me happy and treats my kids good, so I don't really know how we would continue to have a relationship.
I wish that she would at least meet him, get him a chance.
Plaintiff Chiamaka Omogah claims her ex is a deadbeat who took her collection of luxury purses and never paid back the money he borrowed. She's suing for $5,000. Defendant Michael Foley claims his ex is upset he wouldn't marry her and owes her
Nothing
nothing.
but the truth.
I do.
Case number 151 on the docket.
Okay. Welcome to both of you. We have the plaintiff, Ms. Omogah,
Yes.
and you are suing your ex-boyfriend, Michael Foley, for $5,000 for breach of contract and value of your designer purses that you say he sold online.
And the cash that he owes me.
And the cash that he owes you. Okay, let's hear your side of the story.
So just let me tell you a little bit about Michael
Yes.
Foley.
No, don't talk about me.
So I met Michael back in 2008. I was in college. I was at some club. He was a little bit older.
That's the only truth you've told so far.
How long
And
have you guys been together? Or were you together?
At the time, 9, 10 years.
that's inaccurate. It's probably like 6 or 7.
Extended period of time.
Yeah, it
So
was
there
off
a
and
real
on. It
relationship.
wasn't all the way through. So he became unemployed
Yeah.
back in 2011, and during that time he acquired some bills, and I helped him with that. I actually have an itemized list of things for evidence.
Here
He
you are, Judge.
This is all false, young.
acquired some. He had his mortgage. He had just bought a house.
Yes.
And he lost his job, and I helped him.
And now, what brings you here today?
I'm here because he uses this debt as a reason to stay in contact. It's like this instead of just paying it, he'll tell me, oh, can you help me get another job? Can you help me do this? I've gotten this dude 4 jobs, and he still hasn't paid off his debt. And I have even here in a text message where it shows the 4 different jobs that I got him over 6 years.
All right.
False.
In your...
Your Honor, anyone can Photoshop text messages, Your Honor.
And you're being friendly with her. You're saying, thanks, point made, stayed blessed, we'll continue making payments. You're promising to make payments. All right. But what brings you here today, according to your complaint, is that in May of 2018, and I'm quoting your complaint, we had an agreement that I would lower the amount of cash owed, in other words, despite all these things you're talking
Correct.
about, to $2,900 if he made regular monthly payments of $200 a month.
So the actual
Is
agreement
that verbal or written?
This was verbal, and the full agreement, and I also have this right here, that
Okay.
what the agreement was. The agreement was that it would be lowered to $2,900 cash, and that he was still he's either the same agreement he had before with the purses, he's either going to replace the purses for the full cash value or give me the exact
I
cash
never
amount.
said that. The cash has been replaced. Those have been replaced.
Okay. She's saying in May of 2018, in exchange for her saying you owed her $2,900, you agreed to make monthly payments of $200 a month. And in fact, you made 2 payments, and your texts, which are an indication that you knew there was an agreement to pay it back.
What text?
This text here, I'll continue making payments, you write.
Can I read that? Can I see that?
You think I'm making it up?
Well, there are apps that make text messages. And besides that, the money she's referring to has already been replaced, Your Honor. I don't owe her any money. I don't owe you any money.
There is evidence of recognition that he owed you some money
Yes,
just based on
I
the conversations and also the fact that he made a payment. If you didn't owe her the money, you wouldn't make those payments.
And I have audio recording of you agreeing to payment.
I want to
I'd
hear
like
this.
to hear that.
I want to hear it too.
Yeah, you should, though.
hang on.
Play it.
Okay, here it comes.
Can I
I
put my
would
hat
like you to clear out your debt for real. Like, let's clear out the debt. What's wrong with going to court if they, if
Listen, you're making a big deal about the debt, but it's not even about the debt. What you're missing from your life is our friendship. We had a good time. We were best pals. And I understand that.
Yeah, right.
No, that is
I
not
care about
me.
the debt. I'm going to pay off the debt. The debt ain't even that much.
Okay.
I have text
The
messages.
cash debt has been paid. I've repaid the debt. She's a woman scorned, Your Honor, because she offered her hand in marriage and I declined. That's what this is about, Your Honor.
I have some more documentation.
That you Photoshop?
Right here, I have where you were asking me if we could go get married, and then
Let me read that.
I go let here.
Hand it to
how about him?
Judge
He's more
so the
important.
bailiff can
He's
hand it
more
to me.
important.
The bailiff is?
Not the.
He's got better hair. And this is him talking.
Yes.
Here's an idea. We can get married, and then you can have control of your African lands, and then I'll sell my house to build a mansion within a compound with security and replace the debt.
We joke a lot, Your Honor, back and
I
forth.
know. I know. Okay, here's the point.
Can I tell my side?
Yes, what's your side?
Okay, Your Honor. Like any relationship, we hit it off well, and then I began to see that, things she would do that wouldn't mesh well with me in a relationship, so I cut the relationship off, Your Honor. And like in any good relationship you'll have, if someone needs money, because I did need money at the time, and I gifted her some purses, and I asked her for the purses back so that I could sell them to make money, Your Honor.
You had given her purses, and then you said, can I have the purses?
I need the purses back so I can sell them so I can pay bills.
So for money. Okay, when he sold them on eBay, did you say he could sell them on eBay?
I only said if he's going to replace the exact money or the actual purse for this full cash amount.
Your Honor, the purses were not at the value that she's claiming because they were fake purses, Your Honor. So
They were knockoffs.
right. So
This is incorrect. These are not fake
This
purses.
is correct,
He
Your
gave
Honor.
them to you.
And I may have
I have
paid
the
maybe $500 to $600 a piece
You only
for
paid
the purses.
$500 for them, then they're
Right.
knockoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, but in
It's
any
incorrect.
event, on the $2,900, I believe that was an agreement made, otherwise you wouldn't have started to pay some money back to her. On the purses, I am not convinced that there is evidence of an exact deal of what those purses were to be sold for, whether it was for him to be able to pay some of his bills back or whether it was purely to pay you back. That isn't clear cut. I find there is one legitimate business contract before me, and that is the $2,900, less the $100 that you paid, that you still owe the plaintiff, and I am not going to rule on the purses because it is not clear that it is a business deal on the purses. I am finding for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,800.
That's it? Well, I broke off the relationship. There was no me being with you. I broke off the relationship many a time. So
well, if you
this
feel
is
that-
basically you a woman being scorned and you trying to get back at me for breaking off and not marrying you. What are you talking about?
Okay, so just so you know, I'm getting married.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Now please approach the bench. The way I look at it, you have two options here. Option A, watch more Judge Jerry. Option B, watch more Jerry Springer. The choice is yours. Now get out of my courtroom. You have more clips to watch. And don't forget to subscribe.